Welcome to another Buccaneer Update. I'm Katie Tull, and I'm here with head women's basketball coach Julie Goodenough. Hey, Coach.
Hello.
Coach, so far in conference, y'all have had some really exciting wins and some pretty disappointing losses. So tell us a little bit about the road that your team is on.
I thought that we were really heading in the right direction. We had a good home stand. We've only played 2 conference games at home and really took care of business in the Buck Dome. And I was really proud of our effort and just the focus and the intensity in those games. Just got back off of our longest road trip going to Virginia to play Liberty and Radford. They're number 1 and number 2 in the conference, and I felt like we competed but really didn't play to win in those games. And so they were disappointing losses. You know, I felt like had we just made a few more of the open shots we had at Liberty, it could have been a different game. At Radford, we really hurt ourselves, had a lot of turnovers that they capitalized on. You know, the road we're on right now, I think maybe we took a few steps backwards this weekend, but we're in a really great part of our season where we've got a couple of days we can really focus on Buccaneer basketball and not worry about the next opponent right now. So we're going to take advantage of this week to kind of fine-tune some things and get back to fundamentals and individual skill development for a few days before we talk about our next conference opponent.
Good, it's lucky timing. What are some key focus points for your team as y'all get close to the second half of conference play?
I think that we need to focus on great team effort, that you know, we can't rely on 1 or 2 people to score or 1 or 2 people to have good defensive efforts. It's going to have to be, you know, 5 people on both ends of the floor doing the job that they're expected to do. Rebounding will continue to be a focus. You know, you can win a lot of ball games just by keeping the other team away from the offensive boards, and so we've got to continue focusing on that, emphasizing being physical and blocking out rebounding. You know, just taking care of the ball and executing on the offensive end. And again, that goes back to, I think, the teamwork and 5 players all executing and being in the right place at the right time. So, you know, really teamwork and rebounding, I think, are our main focuses now as we are deep into January and deep into our conference games, that we need to get better in those areas.
Definitely scoring fast. Talking about the conference tournament, what are some of your expectations for yourself and for, you know, the team as a whole going into it?
You know, our goal is to win the conference tournament. You know, I'll be real bold about that, and I think that it's really up for grabs for anyone. There are a couple of teams that are playing a little bit better than everyone right now in regular season play. I think that I mean, the way the season's going, though, it's still wide open who's going to win the regular season. But definitely in the conference tournament, if you can put 3 good days, you know, back to back to back, I think it's really wide open for anyone to win the conference championship. And with such a great senior class and just the goals and the expectations we have for ourselves this year, you know, that's our focus. We want to be there in that championship game, and you know, it's less than 50 days away. And there are some things we need to get better at, but you know, we expect to be one of the favorites in the conference tournament.
Awesome. Finally, where you're at in your season right now, do you have any advice that you could give to other head basketball coaches in the situation you're in?
Other head basketball coaches, I have a lot of advice, but I know we're running out of time, so I won't go in depth on all those. But I think, you know, just for us as a staff, we met this morning, and we need to be the biggest cheerleaders for our players right now. And we did come off a tough trip on the road, came back 0-2, and we need to be the biggest encouragers and biggest supporters and cheerleaders of our own players and make sure that they understand the confidence we have in them, but also the expectations. And you know, there is a reason why we scream and yell, and there are consequences in practices. You know, we want to help our players reach their potential every day, and we want to see that come out definitely in the games. So I guess my advice to head coaches is, you know, regardless of what your record is right now or how your team is playing, coaches can never throw in the towel. You know, we have to be the ones that never make excuses, that persevere through you know, the rough days and the losses, and we have to be the most supportive people on the team, and you know, be our players' biggest cheerleaders at this point in the season.
I think that's why people love playing for you so much. Thanks to head coach Julie Goodenough here with us today, and please check out CSUsports.com for all the game times and results. I'm Katie Tull. Go Bucks!